Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, live on WBON TV Channel 9 and on radio at V99.3, Sports Radio 103.5 and Y92.5. Support your favorite local teams and enjoy the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Also brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair, the law offices of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Aero Auto Glass. Now let's go live to your hosts, Michael Watkins and Samantha Burford.
Good evening, everyone. It's another Monday night, and welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins. It's an exciting week, Samantha. School is back in session. We've got our friends over here at Madison County Schools back at it on Wednesday.
Teachers are back in session today.
Yeah, Wednesday. So I said the week.
So
you got school going back this week. EKU, I just found out that they come back next week. So get ready for a little bit more traffic
They're
here in the area.
It's already happening.
Yeah,
Can you tell? They're back. The students, they're slowly moving back in. My niece moved in on Sunday.
I love this time of year, though, because, sports are starting back. We've already had some golf going on in the area, soccer and volleyball. They're getting going. So it's an exciting time with all that going on right now in the area. And today we're going to hear from both head coaches from Madison Central and Madison Southern. Tim Kirk with the Eagles, Coach William Blair in his fourth season now at Madison Central.
And
so
Coach
we'll talk
Kirk,
to him.
Super excited that we got to talk to him and hear his new perspective. Not new to coaching at Madison Southern, but new to his head role as the head coach.
Yeah, he's been around Madison County football for a long time. He was at Central with Coach Centers when Centers was at Central. Went over to Southern for a while, so he's been. And I said Coach Blair's fourth year. I think it's just his third. So I want to correct that. But we look at the way things are shaping up. You said it, and
I didn't even catch it. So
well, listen, you just listen. You're just blown away by how good my hair looks today.
But then you know what though? It could be his fourth year, and we're just like, wow, time flies by.
It does fly by. Well, we had Holcomb for a couple years. He's been the guy after Holcomb. So we're moving in a good direction with both programs, I think. When you look at the youth that is coming up through Madison Southern, now they've got a good experienced team returning. And for Central, they've got a lot of guys coming back as well that saw time last year. Let's start there now. Let's talk about Madison Central.
They play in the two of them in week 3?
Week 3,
is that what they said?
So
week 3.
They both get a home game
matchup.
and a road game in before they play each other. That game will be back in Richmond this year, and it should be a lot of fun.
And we'll be there.
It will be. And we talked to the players. It was very interesting. Usually every year when you say what game are you most looking forward to, it's always that game. This year it was different.
Game. Both sides say that game.
Yeah, this year it was different.
You and I looked at each other like, did that just happen?
Well, for Southern, it was a lot of Rockcastle County. And that's the last time that they played, there was something that went on, or did it go on? With the Rock over in Rockcastle County. So that rivalry would be renewed and reborn.
I don't think it was anything destructive that we did.
That's what they're claiming, though, I think.
Southern.
Yes.
They're claiming, Rockcastle is claiming that.
Yeah.
But
so
we're saying we did not do
multiple head coaches ago, new time to get things going, so that rivalry will come back. Yeah. And for Central,
one of them also said Montgomery County.
And that was a district game that they lost last year. So that was one of the games that these kids are looking forward to. On the Central side, it was the district games, listing Douglas or listing Bryan Station. Those were the more of the ones that the Central players said they were most looking forward to. But we talked to both head coaches.
Wait, they beat Bryan Station both times last year.
No, they lost in the regular season.
In the regular,
but they beat them in the playoffs.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah,
okay, I was getting ready to say, I know we beat them. So
yeah, and Central started off so hot last year. That was one of the questions I asked Coach Blair too. Is like, what can you do to start hot and continue that this year? So we'll hear from him here in just a few moments.
I'm excited is to keep watching that quarterback. He was new
Carson
last
Herbst.
year, and he's got a whole year of experience under his belt. So I'm excited. And now he's a junior, right?
Yep. No, he's a junior.
So I'm excited to see him flourish and just get more confidence.
His progression and see how things go. We talked to him. Now, we'll have the player interviews next week, and I'll actually run through some of those this week on my sports segment, too, that we do. But as of now, we're going to hear from the two head coaches. Let's talk about Central first. We'll do Southern in the second segment, since we have the Southern girls golf team coming on in segment 3. But when you look at Central, so they'll start the season off with Connor and the Roy Kidd Bowl. That'll be our first game on WBON TV. The lights will be bright.
And tell everybody when it is.
The season kicks off. That's not this Friday, but the Friday after, August 22nd at home. The Indians play Connor. And Connor, a good football team. Their head coach had a lot of success with the Beechwood program. Now he's at Connor. And they're going to try to look and play spoiler in that very first game of the season in the Indians Bowl game, the Roy Kidd Bowl, which is always the first game of the year.
And I've always loved, when Coach Kidd was alive, then he would come and, hand out the trophies. And it was just such an honor to name this invitational, I guess, after him. And what a great thing to start the year off with that.
Well, last year it was Johnson Central that came in, and that game was a lot of fun. Central won 25-14. It is. And they'll go back there this year. Yeah, that's a long haul.
That's a long bus ride.
But a really good football team that they beat last year in that first game. So now you bring in Connor, and you talk about some of the guys that are coming back for the Indians. You look at Carson Herbst, who was the quarterback last season. Kind of an up and down year for him, but he was really good in big moments. It seemed like the kid just always made plays when you needed him to. You look back at that game-winning touchdown versus Pikeville. You look at the throw that sealed the win versus Bryan Station in the playoffs.
That has to be that one game that you just will never forget.
Yeah, there was a lot of those last year.
Season.
But Herbst last year was he threw 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He also ran for a few scores as well. You look at those numbers, 5 touchdown runs. So 15 total touchdowns for the sophomore quarterback, and he is a dual threat QB. He can run, he can pass. Now, you do lose Mathis, Pritchard, and Morrison, but you bring back some good depth in the running back position with Davion DeBruce, Corinthian Barnes. You've got Clark Lawson, who will throw it to a lot. So they've got some
Sam Farmer.
Sam Farmer, who was the linebacker last year. But on offense, they lost a lot. You've got the wide receiver who caught that touchdown catch. You got Christian Lawson. I said Clark Lawson. Christian Lawson and Jeff Hairston are going to be the two guys. Exactly. So those two guys will be carrying the load. Quincy Compton will play some wide receiver and some other guys as well.
Scored in the scrimmage Friday night? It was a Mathis.
Oh, the younger brother.
The younger brother, Wiley Mathis, scored a touchdown this past Friday night.
So there's a lot to be excited about for Madison Central. We've got an interview with Coach Blair where we kind of ask him about the schedule, about building the program up, and about the guys that he has returning. Let's hear from the head coach of the Indians, William Blair.
Here, season's right around the corner. I mean, obviously, going into another year where you've got kind of the system and the play. You got a lot of guys that are coming back that were key components to last year's success. So talk about that and how excited you guys are to finally get back out there and play somebody else.
What we're working on is a standard. And our off-season standard has been the same the last 3 years. Our 6 a.m. workouts, the coaches. I mean, it's not just for players, it's for the coaches. And so I've got a great group of coaches that understand their standard of being here and doing things. It's not football seasons when they show up or whenever I hand out gear. But the understanding that you got to have things and build on and keep working, and we understand going into it what we're going to do. A lot of, so for us, going year 3, this is what the off season looks like. They know, hey, when it hits February, they know what we're going to be doing. March, April, all right, here comes May, we've got spring football. So it's not, they don't go into the off season not knowing what's going to happen when workouts. It's already set. They already know what the workouts are going to look like. And so even furthermore, this will be the second year we're going to be in our offense. And so, that's kind of wild to think about. In all the years we were here, it was 2 years with Coach Holcomb, had Coach Mattingly, he took a head coach job. So then it switched from 2 offenses, then to a third offense with Coach Stepp and Coach Couch. Well, everything's exactly the same as last year. Coach Chapman's the defensive coordinator, Smoot. And so for me as a head coach, I'm not like some of these college coaches having to hire somebody new every year. No, the kids know who their coach is. They know how their coaching style, and that makes it so much easier. And I think that's what's going to make us really stand out this year is they know what the standards are, they know what the expectations are going to be, and they know what it's going to look like. So there's nothing hitting them from the blind side.
When you look at the depth of this team, and I think, seeing the guys that can run the ball, the guys that can catch it, your defense, they seem like there's a lot more depth than maybe you had last year. And I think a lot of that is because there were injuries last year where you had guys step up and fill those roles. So is that something that you feel confident in going into the year?
Yeah, we're feeling really good. Last year we had, Carson went down one game. Liam had to come in. At one point, Liam was looking at playing left guard, for this offense. But our kids are so they've got the ability to adapt, and so because of that, they've learned multiple positions. A guy like Carter Heyer, for example. Carter's an excellent athlete. Carter's now, we've worked him, he's super smart. So now we've got an actual true backup quarterback with Carter. And then we've got some young guys in the freshman group that are looking awesome. And then we've even got an 8th grader that looks really good with Case Thomas. Okay. So we're seeing that build up. And going back to the standard, we know what the expectations are. The coaches here are getting familiar, and now we're getting in the youth league. We know who those coaches are. For me, that is allowing us to have that depth because we've got these things setting up. We got them rolling. We know who's coming up. We know how to develop and where we can put them in a position. So, for example, like our running backs, Gavin Kinley, he played backup quarterback last year. Well, now he's looking superb on defense in the secondary and at the wing, and he's just a sophomore. Yeah. So, that helps out a lot.
Why do you think it's important to build toward the future while you're still in the present? Because obviously you're preparing for this year, but you talked about the young guys that are out here at practice, they're seeing the things you guys are doing. Why do you think that's important to, while you're still preparing for this year, also be looking ahead as well?
Because it's a program. I've worked in programs before. I've worked at Boyle County. I've been in the Rock Castle program. I've been in programs. Then I've also been places where we just had high school teams. Yeah. And the successful places that become that blue blood, they have a program. And they know who, the youth league coaches and those things. So like us, we got middle school coaches. Coach Kettler, been on the staff with me for a while. He's over at Madison Middle, implementing our defense, offense. You got Sonny Hensley over there. He's come up here. He works anytime we're doing something. He's up here at the middle school over at Clark Moore, doing a phenomenal job. And so is Coach Warford. I mean, they're all putting parts of our offense in. So when those guys come in their freshman year, they've already got a bit of it. They already have an understanding. But that's a program. Yeah. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to coach a team and coach one season at a time. I'm here to build a program. I plan on being here for a while, and that's what I want. I want a program, and knowing those kids, it's so important. I mean, my little boy's going to be over at Kirksville in 2nd grade, so
get him ready.
I'm already going ahead and getting tabs on those cats.
Look at, the success you got. You all started off so hot. Obviously, the district is what the district is.
Yeah.
But what do you think, or why do you think it's important to kind of have that kind of same start this year to kind of carry over the confidence and the, I guess, the success of what you had in the postseason and kind of make that transition into this year?
Well, it goes back to, it's been a while, kids adapting. And if our kids can handle adapting to different situations and not letting it bother them, then we can continue that. Whether it be heat delays or lightning delays or an injury, some teams, they fold when that stuff happens. For me, I want to get through those pre-games before the district, not so much about the wins, but can we adapt? Do we learn? We got some tough ones. Yep. If we can handle those things with our leadership, with our seniors and our standards, the district, I think we're going to be able to keep going. It's just one of those, we can't let one little thing trip us up and then we fall down a hill.
When you look at that schedule, you got your Great Cross is tough. You got, Scott County's obviously their program that's been good for a long time. Your district's obviously what it is. You got St. X. When you put this thing together, was it something that you wanted to challenge these kids? Because, there's no easy games out there for you guys.
So, it's yes and no. One, I didn't want to drive halfway across the state. Yeah. There's a lot of games where we could have went all the way to McCracken County. That was option, which is a good team. But I wanted to play some local teams, that are 6A, that might just be 20 minutes up the road, yeah. But nobody wanted to play us, other than the ones in our district. So with that said, we wanted good quality opponents that would get us ready for the opponents we play in the playoffs. Okay.
You know what they say? Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Need agility? The Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power? The Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Coquette, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Have you heard about JB's Grow Shop? They are one of the most unique businesses in Richmond. If you're a farmer or gardener, then you and JB's Grow Shop will make a great team. They provide the highest quality organic soils, nutrients, castings, and much more to meet your indoor and outdoor growing needs. Their experts will meet with you and make sure that you are getting the most out of your homegrown plants. JB's Grow Shop is located in the Southern Hills Plaza Shopping Center at 956 Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Our bodies deserve more. We put them through a lot, and oftentimes the aches and the stress of everyday life can take a toll. Escape all of that and enter your sanctuary of relaxation with a trip to the massage studio in Berea. Unwind, rejuvenate, and restore balance to your body and mind with help from their expert massage therapist. Like the Massage Studio on Facebook for more information, and get back to being you. Welcome back into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford here with you. We were talking about Madison Central football season is right around the corner in our last segment. Now we'll transition into Madison Southern. The Eagles coming off a 5-7 year, a little up and down last year when you look at how things played out for them, but they've got a really good chance to kind of start off the season in a good way. The schedule is tough for them this year, and that was what Coach Kirk talked about. He wanted to be challenged. You know, he doesn't want any cake.
And this isn't his schedule. You know, with him being first-year head coaching time, he didn't get to make this schedule. But I think he likes the schedule. That's what he told us. So we'll see. You know, he wants to play tough teams.
Well, and he's excited too. And the thing about this team is the quarterback position. That's the biggest question mark going in. Who is going to play the quarterback position? You've got Gabe Beard and Alex Craven, those two guys. Both show the capability of playing, and that's what Coach Kirk says. We asked him about it, and he talks about, they're both capable of doing the job. Right. They both do certain things well, but, that's the thing. In the next 2 weeks, they've got to figure that out because we've got to go into Friday night knowing who the quarterback is going to be for the Eagles. Craven will be the senior. Beard will be a junior. Beard took most of the reps last year, had 13 touchdown passes and 7 interceptions, but not a ton of experience at that quarterback position as far as throwing the football a ton. Weapons-wise, the tight end we talked to was huge. And his last name was Little. I know, exactly, yeah.
That's how I remember it because by no means is he little.
No, he's got some size on him.
He's a giant.
Sam Little last year was a junior. Not a ton of reps, just had 2 catches, but, he should just be able to go out there and stand and then throw it to him. He is so big. Maybe the biggest tight end in high school football that I've seen up close because he's got some size on him. And, you've got somebody, you got Braden Hall, who's a good weapon for him as well, R.J. Blair. They've got some guys that can score, and they've got some explosive guys They just got to find a way to get those guys the ball. Last year, that was kind of an issue.
Well, and I'm excited for you guys to hear the coach, but I'm also very excited about next week getting to hear the players, the confidence in them, just the maturity level of them, and they're ready. And I think they're really good mentors to these younger guys. All of them that we interviewed are. And I'm excited for the fans to get to meet them and you know, grandparents and parents, obviously. They'll be watching. But I'm excited for the other fans that don't know them to get to see them.
When you look at this schedule, they open up the season next Friday on the road at Lincoln County. Then they come back home for a matchup with Henry Clay. Henry Clay should be an interesting program. They got a new head coach, the guy that's been over at Bryan Station, who built that program up, has now left and gone over to
because
Henry Clay
hasn't had the best of years in the last few years.
They've not been what they were 10 years ago. When I first started doing Central games, Henry Clay had the athletes. Now those athletes go to Frederick Douglass or Bryan Station. So they've got to find a way to kind of get those kids back. That'll be an exciting game week 2. Of course, week 3, you got Madison Central, Wayne County on the road or at home in week 4, and then 3 straight road games at Rockcastle, at Dunbar, and at East Jessamine for the first district game. Only one home district game, that's against Montgomery County. Then they'll play West Jessamine on the road and finish things up on Halloween night versus Whitley County at home. So an exciting schedule. We asked Coach Kirk about that as well in the interview with him, and he talked about all those things, building up the schedule, building up this team, and really trying to find some consistency within his players.
And I'm excited for everybody to watch it.
Let's hear from Coach Kirk, the new head coach with Madison Southern, now about a month under his belt. Let's hear from him as he prepares his Eagles for the first game of the season.
First of all, so we finally had a chance to kind of settle in. It's your team now.
Yes.
So talk about how the last month or so has gone, and this job is yours, and how do you feel heading into the first game here in a couple of weeks?
Well, the first week we tried to lay our expectations and our standards out, and we still trying to do that continuously from day to day. Myself and our coaches believe that first and foremost, if we can create quality young men, the football will come easy there. So we're just showing up, we're working. This week we've had the 3 best practices stacked on top of each other, so we're trying to get to number 4 today and then get ready for our scrimmage tomorrow.
When you look at your offense, obviously you said you're more the defensive guy. So when you look at your offense, there's a couple of different guys battling for that quarterback position.
Yes, sir.
What have you seen from those guys that gives you confidence that no matter who ends up at that role, they can lead the team the way you want them to?
Well, exactly what you just said right there. They both are leaders, okay? We met with them on day 1, and we told them that it's going to be a competition. Both of them have their strong suits. I won't go into who does what better and who does the other thing better, but I think our offense is conducive to both of them. Gives both of them the ability to read a play and make a play after the snap is over. It also helps that we have four returning offensive linemen on the front of the line there to kind of help him out there and help our run game going possibly.
All of your players mentioned that you have a lot of experience coming back this year. You just mentioned it too. So talk to us about how that's going to elevate this program.
Well, I mean, if you kind of look at how we didn't finish the season the way we wanted to, but we was on the trend towards the end of the season last year. Now, we had some pretty solid competition to start the season with last year. We've still got some competition heading into the season here, but these boys left the season hungry last year. They were ready to get right back at it. Like I said, 4 out of our 5 offensive linemen started at some point last year. We actually have a 5th one in there that got quality reps last year. We got skilled guys that want the ball in their hands. So we're just all trying to do our parts there to make ourselves a better football team.
Between now and game 1, what is the one thing that you really want to see improvement on from the entire team?
Consistency. From snap to snap, consistency. It does us no good to have 2 solid plays in a row, and offensively we give up a sack or a tackle for a loss, or we fumble the ball on 3rd down. It does us absolutely no good. Kind of the same deal with defense. It does us no good to get a team in 3rd and 10 and then us lose coverage there, or we have a costly penalty, or we jump off sides. So we're looking just to be consistent from play to play, and if we make a mistake, we're just going to line up and try to be as consistent as we can on the next play.
Are you excited about this schedule? Tell us about it.
I think it's a quality schedule for us. No, I don't want to schedule, I don't want to say cupcakes or anything. I don't want a lot of easy games. There's no game, in my opinion, every game matters. It doesn't matter if it's a rival week or a district week. I think each week that is the most, whoever we are playing is the most important game in the state for that week. So I think our schedule is built for us to be competitive. If we take some lumps early in the year, just like I tell our players, our goal is to win every game, but our ultimate goal is to be playing our best at the end of the football season and be in the race for a district championship there and make a playoff run there towards the end of the season.
Thanks to Coach Kirk and Coach Blair. Again, next week we'll have some player interviews as we get ready for week one. Samantha, next Friday night, the Indians at home and the Eagles on the road to get our football coverage started. When we come back.
That's the 22nd.
22nd of August.
22nd.
It's here.
Will be here. I cannot wait.
When we come back, we've got some athletes that have already been playing as the school year is getting ready to start. We'll talk with the Madison Southern girls golf team, and Coach Linville here with us when we come back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Need agility? The Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power? The Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Have you heard about JB's Grow Shop? They are one of the most unique businesses in Richmond. If you're a farmer or gardener, then you and JB's Grow Shop will make a great team. They provide the highest quality organic soils, nutrients, castings, and much more to meet your indoor and outdoor growing needs. Their experts will meet with you and make sure that you are getting the most out of your homegrown plants. JB's Grow Shop is located in the Southern Hills Plaza Shopping Center at 956 Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Our bodies deserve more. We put them through a lot, and oftentimes the aches and the stress of everyday life can take a toll. Escape all of that and enter your sanctuary of relaxation with a trip to the massage studio in Berea. Unwind, rejuvenate, and restore balance to your body and mind with help from their expert massage therapist. Like the Massage Studio on Facebook for more information, and get back to being you. Welcome back into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins. We have the Madison Southern girls golf team here with us. Coach Josh Linville said it was your second season here, and you're young. You only got one senior on the team this season. So talk about that and the youth and experience that you have, what it's been like coaching these girls as you kind of try to build the program up.
Yeah, thanks for having us on here. Like you said, this is my second season as head coach. We have worked very hard on, I guess, rebuilding the golf program for the girls there at the school. We have, I think it's 8 sophomores, 2 juniors, a senior, and 2 freshmen.
Okay.
So it's been kind of a learning experience, I guess you could say, for all of us. A lot of us are new into it as far as just even learning the game, but it's been a lot of fun with the instruction side of it so far, and kind of getting that foundation built of the fundamentals of golf and how it relates to even, basic life skills and lessons and stuff. And I'm actually really excited to see where this team goes as the years go on. As of right now, we've only played in one tournament. Madison Central hosted one here at Gibson Bay.
Last week, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very, very fun learning experience for us all. But as the next 2 or 3 weeks unfold, we'll really be kicking into doing, maybe 3 or 4 events a week. I like to say that we're kind of drinking from a fire hose, if you will, right now. Everything's kind of flying at us real fast, but so far to this point, all the girls has, been really excited to learn the game and see how this process goes and learn that golf is hard. That's pretty much what I say all the time.
It is hard.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's so far it's just been a really great experience and pretty excited to see where it goes.
Okay, so you just said that you've got some girls that are new and learning. And when you say learning the game, do you mean they're just brand new beginners like I would
Starting
be?
out.
So I think you could say that probably about half our team is brand new.
Okay.
Brand new.
So,
Even learning golf etiquette. There's a lot of golf etiquette.
And that's a bigger
Square
challenge
one.
as a coach as well, because at this time, normally the basics have already been taught. Whenever you're coming in to
Right.
play football, or
football.
whatever the sport is,
Soccer.
at this point, they've already kind of at least had some kind of experience with it. So for you to kind of have to teach the basics and everything else in one season, it's got to be hard on you as a coach as well.
Especially if they're like, what club should I use?
Yeah.
right. So
I wouldn't even know that. So,
being spread thin, I guess, is maybe a little bit of an accurate representation just as far as when it comes to the instruction side of it. You need a lot of individual time. So bouncing back and forth between 12 girls at once trying to, do instruction can be a little bit challenging. But we've had a lot of great help from Battlefield Golf Course. They've let us use their facilities and driving range and everything. And then, like I said, Gibson Bay, Jason and Scott up there has been great. Helping with some instruction and then giving us access to their range up there. But to further, I guess, answer your question, we've went all the way from, how to mark your ball, who takes the flag out, all the way up to, tournament rules and everything. So as overwhelming as it may have been for me, I'm sure it's probably been a little bit more overwhelming for them because I do have a lot of experience with golf, and I do have the experience of high school golf from last year and when I played. But these girls are, just now kind of getting in the swing of it.
When you look at the team, you talked about the instructions of what to do. When you're in a tournament, you can't be with all of them at once. So how did you all handle that last week?
So typically what I do, the more we've been around each other pretty consistently, I guess you could say. Addie and JC here were part of the team last year, so we knew each other fairly well coming into this year. But Elizabeth and Abby, they're just new to the team this year. But I've come to learn, I guess, temperament a little bit. So if I see a little bit more nerves with one versus the other or something like that, then I try to be there a little bit more just as a familiar face and comfort as anything, because especially when you're starting out new, when you're walking up to the tee box with, you know, 3 people you've never looked at before, that can be kind of an intimidating thing. So just kind of give them that 15-second pep talk of like, hey, this is just you, the ball, and the course, and you're just making a swing like you're here by yourself, you know.
Yeah, especially because you could be, I mean, you probably have already played the course that you played last week, obviously, but you're getting ready to play some new courses, obviously. That's, you know, the girls haven't played yet.
Yeah. Right. So we're actually playing, I think it's next Saturday at South Laurel. So it'll be, I believe, London Country Club.
Yeah, okay.
I've been there once, but these girls have no idea. So
will you try to get out there to
typically we try to get there a little bit early, but we don't really get afforded once school kind of kicks back in. You know, it's a real challenge to try to
travel,
you know, because it's about 45 minutes or so from here. And then we travel, I think the furthest place that we're going to play is about an hour and 15 minutes. So being able to get, you know, I guess used to the course that we're going to be playing is something that we don't, I guess, get the luxury to do like we would, because if we could, we would.
Yeah. I would be like, let's go a few days before, play the course, and then come back for the tournament.
So I try to kind of give a crash course, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Of, you know, all right, this hole does this, and you want to aim here, and short's better than long, and all that kind of stuff. Just to kind of prepare them best they can, I guess you could say.
Well, to introduce the girls you've got here with us, you talked about, you know, Abby and JC, or Addie and JC. So talk like there's, I've got your name wrong. But introduce the ones you've got here with
that's
us.
Bad, and you know her.
I know she's like part-time babysitter for me. But to introduce them for me, and then we'll kind of pass the mic along to them.
Okay, this to my right is JC Darst, and then Adeline Morton, and Elizabeth Daniel, and then Abby Williams.
We just put him on the spot.
I know,
it's hard when you're like on the spot.
And you got 14 or 15 to remember, so that makes it even harder.
You can ask my wife. I barely remember my last name, so when you give me 12 brand new names, like it's an accomplishment to remember the first one.
Yeah.
Well, let's pass the mic down to here. So experience-wise, which one of you all have the most experience? How long have you been playing golf?
I've been playing since last year. Like last year was my first year playing.
I'm the same. We just started together last year. I've probably been playing for 7 years, but I'm a freshman, so this is my first year on the team.
I've been playing for about a few months.
Okay, so a lot. So Brent,
we've got just a few months.
Yeah, so 7 years. A lot of different type of variables there too. So when you we'll pass the mic, JC, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what's the biggest difference in your confidence as compared from last year to this season?
Last year, starting off, it was all seniors, and then it was like us. We were the only freshmen on the team, so we didn't even know how to hit a ball. So like I feel like this year I feel like a lot more confident to actually like play the course and like do all the actual things. As like last year, I just couldn't. I was trying to even get the swing down, and I just feel like this year I like have it all kind of like figured out.
Okay, Addie, and I remember whenever your mom said Addie wants to play golf, it kind of came out of nowhere. So what made you even want to pick this sport up?
Actually, my sister, she made me want to start playing it. She always played, and I just wanted to start playing because she did.
So talk about your confidence level from last year compared to this year.
Last year, I really struggled with just, like, getting out on the course and just, like, being scared of what was going to happen. But this year, I know that I trust myself and, like, I know what to do. So I just it's a lot more confident that way.
All right, my question is, to any of you, like, did you just go out and hit some golf balls with some friends or relatives, like a family member, and go, I'm pretty good at this. I think I'm going to join the golf team.
Does anybody do that, though?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, what made you decide one day to go,
hey, girls,
I'm going to join the golf team?
Addie wanted to because of her sister, so if Addie did it, I was like, okay, well, guess I'll do it too.
She twisted your arm, right? Well, you said you've been playing for 7 years. What made you want to pick up the club?
My entire family basically is really into golf.
Okay.
And so I played at Gibson Bay with Scott there for a while, and then a couple years I stopped playing, and then found out through a friend my mom had that there was golf lessons and I could join the team, so I tried out, and here I am.
You know, you might be the most experienced player on the team. Is that one of them? So is it hard being, maybe one of the most experienced, but also being one of the youngest? Is that hard on you at all?
No, because I I don't really think of it that way. I just go out to have fun and learn as best as I can what I can in the few hours I do have. So, I mean, being able to go out and have Coach Josh as the coach and his help has been great, but I don't think of it as a competition with the other girls. I just like golf, so.
For you,
well, and it's so mental independent game,
yeah.
but then you're still a team. Yeah, so I know.
I was going to ask her.
Yeah.
You know, for you, what made you want to get into it?
My parents used to play a lot, and then I also have played softball all my life. So like, yes, like athleticism with it, like the swing's kind of similar. So I feel like it's all easy to pick up for me.
All right, so I don't play golf a whole lot, but when I
try to
do.
play.
It's
but
a very,
I would never go, I think I'm good enough
well,
to join
I would never
a
say
golf
that either.
team.
But I know it's a very frustrating sport.
I get a lot of exercise looking for my ball.
For each one of you, how do you handle the frustration of when you get aggravated on a shot or whatever the case might be at your score? How do you handle that? What do you try to do to kind of calm yourself down and get back in the game?
Well, I think I just tell myself I have more swings, like I have more hits, and where I've played sports all my life, like I feel like I'm really used to getting frustrated for many things. So
okay, pass it down there. How do you handle the frustration part of it?
I take a step back and I look at what I did wrong in the shot. That's really what you have to do when you don't hit well. But I think since I've played so long, I don't really think about the hard, and I just accept and I move on and try to do better next time.
What's your favorite club? What do you like? Do you like?
I really like
the drive.
I really like the driver, but I probably need the most work on my putter.
Okay. How do you handle the frustration? Do you throw your ball down like Happy Gilmore?
Sometimes. It depends. But I really try to just like step away from it and like give it a few minutes. And I do that in all my sports. Just you really have to step away and think of it and just calm yourself down.
Okay. JC?
I kind of do the same thing. I do get really frustrated really easily with it. So like I just kind of like take a step back and like think about what I can do better on the next shot.
Well, like I said a minute ago, it is very mentally, you're an independent person out there playing, but yet there's still
somebody
Madison
going against you.
Southern Eagles out there playing.
Yeah.
So how do you talk to each other while you're out there? Like when you're putting, you might see somebody else, can you
text each other?
I don't think you're allowed to have your phones out there, are you?
Yes, so the communication between players, like in a practice setting, is going to be much different than in the tournament setting. The tournament setting, they the only kind of communication they would have would be anything that I would be relaying to them from hole to hole.
But you might they might be able to see each other and go, that was a great shot.
In the practice setting, so they all get paired up to play one another, whereas I guess from the male side of it, whenever I played sports and experienced that part of it, like I wanted to beat you.
Yeah.
Like that's just how guys work.
Competitive competition.
Right. So I've learned from the girls, it's very opposite to that. So it's more like a support cast, I guess you could say. So they're very encouraging to one another and things. And the one thing that I try to instill in them, from the beginning is the life parallel when it comes to golf, as far as whether it be success or opposition. You can't dwell in that moment too long. You have to constantly, be ready for what comes next. So kind of having that next shot mentality of, all right, this shot was bad. Okay, I learned from it. Now I'm going to flush it and move on to the next one. That way you don't ever get too down or too high, I guess you could say.
When you look at the start of the season, or maybe even last year, to where the program is at this year, what do you think has been the biggest difference from year one to year two?
So last year I was taking over the program on the heels of its probably their best season. Casey Cameron had just graduated from there, and she got a full ride to, I think it was Midway College, I think. Very, very good golfer. When she graduated, that coach had, his son was coming up into middle school golf, so he had to step away so he could spend more time with his son. And just so happened, I kind of come into the role. So we had 5 seniors last year and then 2 freshmen. So it's been a complete flip-flop from last year to this year, as far as, there was a lot of the girls last year that had a lot of experience with how the tournaments was working and all that stuff. And they was actually probably helping me as I'm, with that part of it, as I was helping them. And then flip that to this year, in a lot of ways, having a lot of brand new golfers, and it's conveying all of that information to, 12 different people, 12 different ways, because nobody hears the same information the same way, So finding, I guess, the magic words to be able to communicate with them the right way so they can hear what I'm saying.
Well, and some people might be different, too. I mean, you may have one of the girls that's ultra competitive and needs a little bit more aggression from the coach. Then you may have some that you have to be more soft-spoken with, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I've definitely grown to understand that they pay attention to where your attention's at.
Yeah.
So if you give a lot of attention or don't give enough, you know about it.
Girls, I kind of want to know, too, what do you guys prefer? Who likes the driver? Who likes putter? Who likes that 7-iron?
Y'all got one of your favorite club to use?
My favorite club is probably my 6 or my pigeon wedge. My least favorite is my driver. I'm not very good.
Mine's the same. I don't like my driver, but my 6 is probably my favorite club.
Why don't you like your driver? You don't think you hit it far enough? What?
We don't really work with our drivers a whole bunch just because, of our practice area, you can't hit drivers at Battlefield. So
because the house is around, right? Yeah, okay.
So I think that we're all just overall really good with our irons over our drivers. But I don't know. We all hit our drivers fine, but I just prefer it.
Which one do you prefer?
I prefer my 7-iron just because that's really the one that goes the farthest besides the driver. So.
All right, one more question for each of you. What's your favorite course? Do you have a favorite course you like to play? I know you've only been playing for a few months, so have you got to kind of go around?
And what's your score? What's your best score?
Where I just started playing, I actually don't remember off the top of my head.
Well, have you had an eagle or a birdie?
Yes. Yeah.
See, that's the best.
Yeah,
That's
I've never
the
had
best
any of
when you
those.
get
So,
that.
Well, Pat, what about you? What's your best score?
I actually have no idea.
Okay. Hey, that's good. I think, listen, if you can just focus on each week and not worry about what your best score is.
And the next hole.
Yeah.
I would say my favorite courses is probably Madison Country Club, though.
Okay.
I play out there with my family a lot. So.
My best score is a 43 back in May, before preseason. And yeah, that's the last time that I kept my score, just before practices and stuff.
Mine's also 43, also back in May.
You just do everything Addie does? Come on now.
No, we just do it together.
Okay, all right. So do you have a favorite course?
I play at Battlefield the most, but I've played at Gibson twice, and I think Gibson's the better course in my opinion. I just like playing it better.
Coach, before we let you go, did y'all have any more tournaments coming up here? I mean, you said you had a lot coming up soon.
How do we find out about your team? If anybody wants to keep up with you guys.
So we do have different social medias with Madison Southern schools. That would be probably the easiest way to keep up with it. But as far as what we have going on in the near future, we're hosting a fundraising scramble Saturday at Berea Country Club, and we're pretty close to full on it, but we've had actually a ton of local sponsors reach out to us wanting to help contribute and stuff like that. So
awesome.
I guess I'll use the opportunity to thank them for that. Because being where we're at, right down the road from Central, and Central being the golf powerhouse of the state, not only just the area, we're trying to build something similar to that here, and being able to get people to buy into, if they can do that there, we can do that here. We try to stack up as much competition as we can, but still set aside enough time to have that individualized learning and stuff. So I didn't load the schedule as heavy this year as far as tournament play, but I scheduled more matches and then have different individualized training with Gibson's Golf Garage up there.
Yeah.
Like I said, Scott Webb and Jason Everly both have been very kind.
And that's a really unique thing for us to have, to be able to use as a training tool as well.
Oh, yeah, the facility they have up there.
It can tell you exactly what you do wrong.
Yeah, they have I think it's four TrackMan launch monitors up there that are probably $40,000-$50,000.
Yeah.
The indoor putting and chipping area, of course, it's all covered up in there. So this will be the first year that we'll actually be able to really kind of dive into the off-season program, which is what I'm probably most excited about.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's when, we're kind of weathering the storm to a certain extent right now. because, like I said, we're so young. I look forward to being able to slow down a little bit and really kind of dive into, I guess, more of the finite details of how all of this works and how improvement goes, and maybe you have a little bit of regression in there, not to get discouraged about it. But once we get past that, the scramble, we've got 3 more events before we go to regionals. The last I checked, they hadn't announced the regional tournament location yet.
Okay.
Last year it was at
Lexington, right?
And I was wanting to say that it was at Arlington, I feel like.
Oh, okay. No, it's at Gibson Bay very recently as well.
Yes,
one of the big tournaments was.
So I would anticipate that it's probably either going to be somewhere there in Lexington or Gibson Bay this year. But we'll get us, 4 or 5 tournaments under our belt this year, and then hit the off season hard and try to get better as quick as we can and do it all again next year.
And I think that you will.
Well, Coach, thank you for y'all for coming over. I appreciate it, and good luck with the scramble, and good luck the rest of the season.
I appreciate it.
Lots more sports news to get to. When we come back, we will look at some more scores from around the area, and we'll talk some more local sports when we come back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Need agility? The Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power? The Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Co-Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Have you heard about JB's Grow Shop? They are one of the most unique businesses in Richmond. If you're a farmer or gardener, then you and JB's Grow Shop will make a great team. They provide the highest quality organic soils, nutrients, castings, and much more to meet your indoor and outdoor growing needs. Their experts will meet with you and make sure that you are getting the most out of your homegrown plants. JB's Grow Shop is located in the Southern Hills Plaza Shopping Center at 956 Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Our bodies deserve more. We put them through a lot, and oftentimes the aches and the stress of everyday life can take a toll. Escape all of that and enter your sanctuary of relaxation with a trip to the massage studio in Berea. Unwind, rejuvenate, and restore balance to your body and mind with help from their expert massage therapist. Like the Massage Studio on Facebook for more information, and get back to being you. We're back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Samantha and Michael here with you to wrap things up. And
literally wrap things up.
Yeah,
like we were
yeah.
just talking, so we jumped in our seats really quick.
Gwendolyn, her daughter, Gwendolyn, worked with us for a long time, anchor in the news. We're still figuring out some stuff for her to do with this right now, but it's a busy time at school. Again, I went to back to school night before I came over here for the show. It's a very exciting time right now for everybody. I mean, it's, I love seeing the kids walking through the hallways and seeing that excitement on their face to go back to school, because you don't realize that kind of stuff till it's gone. You don't realize how much you're going to miss it until you don't walk through the hallways anymore.
Till you're a senior and you graduate, and you're like, oh, wow, the real world has just hit me in the face.
I would love to go back to my days in high school or even my time at Eastern and not having not a worry in the world, not a care in the world.
Right.
But it's a very interesting time right now. And listen, we hope everybody has a great school year, safe, fun, exciting, and a lot of learning going on. And
drive slow around Richmond right now because
give yourself extra time. We see
is coming back. A lot of those freshmen don't know that certain lanes turn into one lane.
Yeah.
And somebody cut me off down here at the main stop. I mean, if I
they
was
cut you off, the princess. We got get their license plate number.
And
we'll
I
take
thought
care of it.
if I hadn't have been going a certain speed, they probably would have hit me. But anyway.
Well, we do want to pass along Madison Central's golf team, the boys' golf team, which has been dominant, of course. They've been so good.
They have won, 2 tournaments? How many have they won?
Oh, they've been dominant. Yeah, they've been crushing it. And listen, today they win a tournament. It's the, I think it's the Frederick Douglass.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I get it right here. Kyle sent it to me. It's the Bronco Invitational. So, Jake Feldhouse gets the second place on the individual. Look like they also got Tucker Jones in there as well. If they had the top 3 individual finishes in the tournament, then the team gets first place. Look at that score. 20 under par.
Today?
Today,
so
20
that is
under
their
par.
4th win of the season.
So,
and if they haven't won, they've come in second place.
So a terrific start to the year for them. 20 under par today to dominate. And look at those scores. I mean, 19 strokes better than second place. That is domination.
They had a tournament like that last year, remember?
They had a few of them.
Yeah, where they are setting records. And
I think they had 3 wins. By the time we brought them on the show, they had 3 wins by a combined 100 strokes or something in those first 3 victories last year.
Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you this, too. The Central girls golf team,
they're doing good things,
9 events this season. They've won 7 titles.
Yeah.
They're also runner-up if they don't win.
So first or second place, and there's a couple other really good teams around the state, too. But it's as Coach Linville just said, they're building a
powerhouse over there. How great was it to have some new, fresh faces on that are brand new to golf?
Yeah.
Brand new.
And that's cool. It just shows you the sport is growing,
it's difficult.
though.
It is difficult.
Yeah.
TV makes it look very easy.
Yeah. Well, we do want to say special thanks to all of our great sponsors as well. If you see those commercials on the air, folks, go by and tell those sponsors. Thank you. A couple of new ones. We got JB's Grow Shop. They're almost right across. They're a little bit down further in Southern Hills Plaza. If you're a gardener or if you're looking to start a garden, go by and talk to those folks. They are great at kind of walking you through the process. They've got all the different things you need to help grow your garden, grow
tomatoes.
Well, they've got all the soil. That's what the enriched soil, the different types of soil that really makes your plants and your garden kind of flourish, especially this time of year. They'll walk you through all of that.
Because it's dry. You need good soil right now.
And also a special shout-out thanks to the massage studio. They are located over in Berea. If you're looking for a great place to find yourself, get back to relaxing. I know it's a busy time of year right now. If you want to try to
get the kids off to
get
school,
away, exactly. You want to get away for a day, go by and see our friends at the massage studio.
And thank you for your advertisements. That's where I'm going.
And listen, hey, right now, Jack Burford Chevrolet, we're heading into the end of the year. If you're looking for a new vehicle, what better place to come to? They've got all the EVs, they got a few older models here as well. So if you're looking for a new or a used vehicle, Jack Burford Chevrolet right here on the bypass in Richmond. It is.
It's all online.
Yeah, and I talked to John. I think John likes it better when it's not this full, but a little bit full. You don't want it to be as full.
Yeah.
So
not as full. That means they're selling cars. And I just got my new car today. So I'm excited.
I'm happy for you. I need a new one. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody.
We're both in blue.
We are? Oh, we are. Are you in blue one too?
I'm in blue.
You want to just trade?
No.
No, okay.
No.
All right, we'll see you next week on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.